utterly awful. Sussex is facing boycott for acting like heads of state but ill-informed speech. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have come under criticism for addressing vaccine equity with an awful amount of simplicity following their recent speech at the Global Citizen live concert. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been criticized for pharmaceutical companies on vaccine equity whilst living in a multi-million-pound mansion in Montecito. The former royal couple gave a speech last night at the Global Citizen live concert, where they urged world leaders to develop a distribution program for underdeveloped countries so the COVID-19 pandemic could come to an end. Royal expert Robert Jobson told GB News, "They've really listed themselves as though it's a royal tour with the security to match. I mean, I think that their position on that get-together about the vaccine, they've got a point, trying to spread the vaccines around the world, but there's an awful amount of simplicity about the way it seems that these two millionaires think about talking to these wealthy pharmaceutical companies doing brilliant jobs. The problem is, you can't continue to speak so freely about these things, they're really ill-informed if you ask me. Companies are going to make their money on this, they're not stockpiling, they are going to try and spread the word but somebody's got to pay the bill. It's all very well and good in a multi-million-pound mansion to say give it out freely, it doesn't work quite like that." Meanwhile, royal author Angela Levin hit out at the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in the midst of their post-royal tour of New York. Taking to Twitter, she wrote, "Harry and Meghan are setting themselves up to be as important as heads of state and heads of government. They are not." In a highly political speech, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle hit out at the ultra-wealthy pharmaceutical companies for not sharing the details of their COVID-19 vaccines with scientists from less developed nations. The 24-hour Global Citizen live concert played host to a number of A-list celebrities at Central Park yesterday evening, with many appealing for world leaders to introduce a vaccine equity program. Meghan Markle said, "It is wrong that so much of the vaccine supply has only gone to just 10 wealthy nations so far and not everyone else. It's just not okay." In front of a fully vaccinated audience, Prince Harry continued, "Guys, we have what we need to vaccinate the world." He added, "But the experts told us, here's what's getting in the way. They said many countries are ready to produce vaccines back home yet they aren't allowed to because ultra-wealthy pharmaceutical companies are not sharing the recipes to make them. These countries have the means, the abilities and the workers to start manufacturing. All they are waiting for is the vaccine intellectual property to be waived and the vaccine technology to be transferred over. And by the way, many of these vaccines were publicly funded. They are your vaccines. You paid for them." They were joined on stage by Linda Thomas-Greenfield, the U.S. ambassador to the UN, who also made a similar appeal on the inequality of vaccine distribution. This is not the first time the Sussexes have spoken about vaccine equity, after Prince Harry gave a speech during the charitable Vax Live concert, which took place in May. Their appearance at the concert marked their final engagement in a packed three-day tour of New York. Prince Harry and Meghan arrived in the city on Wednesday evening, and later embarked on a series of high-profile engagements, which included a round-table discussion with the World Health Organization and a reading at a primary school in Harlem. On Thursday, they were joined by the mayor of New York, Bill de Blasio, for a photo call at the One World Trade Center, where the couple later spent time at the 9/11 Museum. Despite stepping down from the royal family in 2020, the couple have been accompanied by a number of security guards and NYPD police officers during their stay. It is believed that they have now returned to their home in Montecito, California, to be with their two young children, Archie Harrison and Lilibet Diana.